everybody! Awesome. This next guy I'm going to bring to the stage, really funny dude. Please give a warm welcome to Bear Love. Beautiful Ryan, one more time. How we doing, Denver? Gotta move this. Hippies are a little clumsy. But I look young, but I come from a different time. I've had a beeper in my day. Yeah. And it wasn't even to sell weed yet. It was so my mom could tell me to come home. I knew they were tracking devices from the beginning. But I come from a different time. I saw Blockbuster get put out of business by Netflix. I saw one of my favorite, Toys R Us, get put out of business by Amazon and Walmart. I saw heroin get put out of business by fentanyl. I come from a town where you can find a mystery bag of powders on the barroom floor and go home and have a good night. Today, these kids gotta know chemistry in order to take that bag home. Fuck, I didn't come from free love, like some of these people's generation, but at least I came from mystery bag of powders is okay. But you guys legalized pot here in Colorado, so a hippie feels kind of good. Yeah. Kind of put me out of a job, though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. And these people with the snowboard racks on the top of their car here in Colorado looking like police, they're slowing down your food, I'm sorry. But, you know, you guys think it's easy being a hippie because I don't got a real job. But how many times have you used your job to get out of doing things you didn't want to do? These people know I don't have to work in the morning. I had to move a fish tank on Tuesday. But this weekend I'm going to Limon to pick up a pit bull. I thought it would be nice if my friend got over his breakup with his girlfriend by getting off of my couch, but instead we're getting a dog. Sometimes it would be easier if we just had a real job. You know, and my friend, it's even harder for him, his parents are hippies. Growing up is confusing enough, but how do you go through that rebellious phase when you got hippie parents? Get a job, go to school, get a degree, vote Republican. It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee, and he chases you down on horseback and says, "It's cool, bro, we can talk about it." You know, but hippies did some good things for society. They invented the word grounded. You know, take away the TV, take away the tablet, get grounded. Before that, we just beat our kids. I think I'm still grounded. In my buddy's family, a spooning means lading with your lover. In my family, a spooning means getting hit with a wooden spoon when you try and taste the gravy. You know, my buddy, his parents are hippies. He got to choose his own punishment. You know, we can't see our best friend for 5 days because we got caught toilet papering. I got to choose the stick my grandma would whoop me with off of the tree. You know, but I got a little bit of gray in my beard and I'm doing this comedy thing, so you can say I'm going through a midlife crisis. But my generation just doesn't know how to do a midlife crisis correctly. My dad, he got a Corvette, spins in circles. My generation doesn't have Corvette money. So a midlife crisis for my generation looks like 35-year-old should be trading recipes with the other moms at school. Instead, she's getting a head tattoo this weekend. Where's our Britney Spears? They're shaving their heads. I don't know. You know, and I'm not picking on the single girls. The guys were doing it too. He should have joined the military 25 years ago, but instead he's been working in a factory with his dad. His knees are gone. But you'll find him this weekend at Bass Pro Shop, looking for night vision goggles to hunt a deer. If you need night vision goggles to hunt a deer, you're not the warrior we need, Tanner. But like I said, I used to grow pot here up in the Colorado Rockies, you know, high up in the Rockies, double meaning. But and the worst thing happened to us. We ran out of Kool-Aid. And for a hippie, that's a big thing. You know, Chiba Hut, they put it on tap like it's a real drink for us. But have you guys ever been so stoned you thought you invented something that you didn't really? Yeah, so that happened to me. So we were out of Kool-Aid, but my girlfriend shops at Costco, so we had a bunch of sugar and we had a bunch of water. And so I'm like, shoot, what are we gonna do? And so we look up in the cabinet and a bunch of hippies had brought up a bunch of tea up to our grow. And I'm of Scottish descent, so I don't drink English tea. So I had to look up there and I said, okay, well, let's go. So we make a batch of sugar water tea. I'm giving it to all my friends. They probably thought there was pot in it, looking at me. But it was just Celestial Seasons, sleepy time. And your family will keep you in check. My family's from Texas. My cousin came up. I was taking him to Red Rocks. And I was telling him how much it's better than these artificial flavors they put in the Kool-Aid. You know, I can make a stand at Red Rocks and I can get the different flavors of the sugar water tea. And he was taking a sip. He said, Bear, this is really good. But you did not invent sweet tea. All right, let's bring Ryan back out. Let's make it loud. Let's make it loud. Come on. Keep it going for Bear, everybody. Woo.
All right, the next comic I'm going to bring on the stage, she has a show later tonight, the Diamond Cabaret. Please welcome